protection for your seats, but you don't want the average seat cover look. These premium artificial leather front and rear seat covers in all black are a great choice to consider for your 2015 through 2020 SuperCrew F-150 with the bucket seats. Now, this set of seat covers offers the traditional benefits of a seat cover if you want protection against spills and stains, or want to hide any existing blemishes on your factory seats, but you want to do it in a premium looking way. The artificial leather and the details within the stitching here give this set the upholstery appearance if you would rather invest in a set of covers that transforms the look of the interior while getting that protection compared to a more simple seat cover design. Now, seat covers can take all types of shapes and forms and sizes, but this set has the appearance of a sporty factory leather package while providing the typical seat cover function, as I mentioned. Now, these have a full coverage design, so they'll protect your seats front and rear at all angles and have a waterproof surface, so you won't have to worry about any spills getting through these and down to your factory seats. These also specifically are stitched to contour the F-150 bucket seats and include multiple straps, tie downs, and anchoring points to keep these in place, which make this set comfortable and avoid any shifting, which can be annoying when getting in and out. And ultimately, it will give these the form-fit design that you may be looking for. These seat covers are made of an artificial leather or leatherette material, which gives that premium appearance without the high price tag. Now, these covers are also strategically stitched together to offer that upholstery effect, and this specific set has a fully black appearance in addition to some white details in the thread for a blackout vibe to match virtually any interior as far as color combination is concerned. The attachment solutions for this also consist of tough materials, nylon straps, thick plastic anchors. You also have some bungees and metal components or clips, which keep these in place once they're positioned. Now, this set is about $625 as far as price is concerned, so it is more of a premium choice for seat covers, but it's a lot cheaper than a reupholstery job if you're looking to take your interior seriously, so it lands right in the middle. Now, comparing this to others on the page, it does take the higher end approach to the appearance and simultaneously keeps the appearance pretty subtle compared to other leatherette choices like it. Now, design and color come down to your personal preference, but if you know you're in search of a custom look to your interior and would rather invest in a higher quality cover compared to a more permanent solution, this is a great pick for you. Now, install here is very straightforward. It's seat covers, so it gets a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It may, however, take some time to get everything positioned and secure, so I would say about an hour or so to get everything in place here. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers, and they're going to walk you through a detailed breakdown on how you can get these fitted up to your F-150 properly. So that's going to wrap it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, a T20 Torx bit, and a razor knife. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing some seat covers in our F-150, so let's get started. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to start off with our passenger front seat, and the first thing we need to do is take our headrest out. Now, this is very simple to do. You want to make sure your seat is forward and facing up. Whether you have power seats or manual is fine. Just want to give yourself enough room. Now, to get these headrests out, there are tabs at the base of each side of your headrest. You just want to push in on our 2 tabs. Pull up on our headrest. Once it gets past this last little retainer, it should come right out. All right, so we're gonna start with our upper seat cover. So the way to dictate which side these goes on, you have your little airbag tag that's gonna go to the outside. What we're gonna do, just get this over our seat. Slide this on. Can't really see it, but there is a zipper on the inside. If you need some more wiggle room, you can unzip that. Pull this down. It's nice and even. We can still access our clips for our headrest. So what we're going to do now is tuck our access holes for our headrest underneath our headrest mounts. Kind of get that started. Just work it through. As you can see, that'll sit right under there. We'll do the same thing for this one. That also serves as a nice holder for the upper part of the seat. Then we'll get our retainers in for the bottom part of our cover. Now the front lower of your upper cover is going to be held in by these clips. So what we want to do is slide these in between the seat bottom and the seat back. And then we're going to flip them so they kind of sit in position. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to tuck those back like so. And you have 3 of these total. Sometimes this may take a couple tries to get this all the way in. Just be patient with it. So next we're going to zip that zipper back down that we unzipped before. Pull tension to the back of the seat, and we're going to hook the 2 lower straps in the back. Now we're going to hook our 2 rear lower straps. Now one thing to keep in mind is you do have wiring under your seats for your airbag, and if you are like us and have power seats, you have that as well. So you just want to hook it in a spot where it's not going to damage or interfere with the travel of your seat or with the wiring. So now that we have our upper portion of our cover on, we're going to reinstall our headrest. We'll slide this back into position. I'm going to lock that at the highest tab that it goes into. Then we're going to install our headrest cover. So this does have a Velcro strap that will go underneath. So you want to make sure that's out as we put this over the cover. This is going to be a tight fit. Once you get that over, tuck your 2 halves of your strap. Get that squared up. Alrighty guys, so now that we have our upper portion of our cover fully completed, we're going to start on our lower portion. Now what we need to do for this, if you don't have power seats, you may not need to remove this, but we have power seats, so we're going to need to remove this panel. So it's just held in by 2 T20 Torx screws. There's one back here near the rail, and then one up here on the very inside of your front cover. These are very difficult to see, but again, it's going to be right here at this lower portion on the back side of your cover. So we're going to grab our T20 Torx bit on our ratchet and get those off. Then we're going to slide our cover out and up to get it over this hump, and then it'll just lay out of the way enough for us to access the underside of our seat. And this one is pretty tucked in. You may actually need to move your seat back. So we're going to remove our rear screw first. Grab it so you don't drop it in your seat rail. We'll just put that right there, and we can get our front screw out. All right, so now for our front screw, as mentioned, it is tucked behind this panel. There is open space back here, but it's kind of hard to see, so you'll just have to feel for it. It's kind of right at this point on your cover. You can come right in from there. We'll get back here, get this one out. Again, that's right there. And once we have those 2 out, what we're going to do is pull forward to release it, and then we also have to pull up to get our rear part of our cover out. We do want to be kind of gentle with this, and we can just lay this off to the side here. All right, so we've got our under strap for our seat cover. You see you have one on both sides. These are going to wrap under your seat. For now, we want to grab this side. We're going to tuck it under our seat. I'm going to find an open spot to get that through. Just want to make sure that clip is through for now. And what we're going to do is tuck this in here. We're going to get this over our seatbelt buckle, like so. Then just as with our upper portion of our cover, the crease section is going to have these clips that we need to tuck in the same way that we did with our top cover. Now you are going to be contending with those clips from the upper side of the cover, so kind of try to offset them as much as possible. Now we're going to send our outer portion of our center strap through. There's a nice opening right here. And again, this is very difficult to see unless you're actually under the seat. Be mindful of all of your motors and electrical connections if you have power seats like we do. Now we're going to pull this center strap through, get it clipped on the other side again. Just be careful of all your connections. It is pretty tight working under here. So then once we have the center strap on, we have our 2 front clips, just like with the back of the upper cover. We're gonna send these under the front of our seat. And you don't wanna hook these to any wires or anything like that. Just find a nice spot. And you wanna hook both of your straps in. Now we can reinstall our side cover for our seat. Now you wanna make sure your cover is behind this tab because part of your cover locks into that tab. So kind of trap it in and keep it tight. Line that up. Once that's in, make sure your seat's tucked inside of there. Now we can reinstall our 2 mounting screws. So we'll get our front one back in place and get that tightened down. Then we'll go back and do the rear. Again, very hard to see this. Now we'll get our rear one back in. So now we can get our rear screw back in. Now we do already have our starter because it does take a little bit of pushing this cover back in. You just want to push it in, line that screw up and get it started by hand, and then we'll tighten it back down with our T20 bit. So now once you have this cover complete, you can repeat the same process for your driver's seat, and then we'll move on to the rear seats. Alright guys, so now we can begin with our rear seat covers. We're going to start on the passenger side. That's the smaller of the 2 seats. And for our lower cover, we're going to have to slide that onto our bottom seat, and then we're going to strap it through the bottom. Basically, it's full of these clips that we're just going to have to wrap around it and snap it in place. So now we're going to take our cover, spread it, get it started over our seat. Now what we're going to do is actually lift this seat, this handle on the bottom. That's going to make things a little bit easier to get this down in position. Make sure your straps go over. And before we get that all the way back, we'll bring that back down. We've got to send these clips. So we're going to tuck our straps at the rear of our seat through. It does help if you kind of just have your seat slightly lifted. Once those are back there, make sure they're straight. Bring our seat up. Straps are nice. Pull this all the way down. And you want to tuck these behind your trim covers. And we're going to get this clip on. Now we're going to begin strapping our seat in place. So we've got our rear strap. Bring that over. Get that clipped into place. You want to make sure this kind of stays around this hump at the rear of your seat. And we're going to take those straps that we sent through the back, pull them through. They're going to go onto here. As you can see, you still have the function of your release. Once you come back up, you want to make sure you get any creases out. This little corner, make sure your seatbelt buckle still comes up. Now we're going to do our seat back. So we're going to release our seat back with our strap. And just like with the front, we will need to pull our headrest out. Take our seat back section of our cover. We're just going to get the top sorted first. Bring that over. Now this does have Velcro on the back of it, so what you want to do before you get your Velcro cinched, it's going to be just like the front. We're going to wrap this around our headrest mounts, just like so. It's just going to help hold this in place. Also, you do have an opening for that strap to release your seat. You want to make sure that's through. Make sure this is wrapped around properly. Now you do have hooks back here. You may need to cut into your seat back to find an appropriate strapping position. You can kind of mark it if you press your straps where they want to go, like so. Then we'll grab a razor knife and just cut small slits back here. Now we're going to come to that mark. We're going to grab our razor knife, just going to cut a small slit, enough for that strap to get hooked in. Do the same thing for this upper one. Now these aren't going to be exactly in the position, but they will hold the tension so we can get our seat bottom part in. And you want to find more of just a feel, get that hooked. Again, this is just going to hold this. For now, we'll do the same thing for this side. Now you want to make sure the upper one on this side does not impede with your seat lock. And also make sure that strap is through the hole. This already has a cut. And actually just hook it onto this. And we'll bring our seat back up. And as you can see, we have our strap here. You want to make sure this still locks into position and releases. And we've got more of our retainers that we'll need to tuck in behind here. If you need to, you can bring your seat bottom up. That'll give you a little more clearance. Tuck our edges back behind our trim. You can actually pull those retainers tighter once you have them through. So we have that on. We're going to reinstall our headrest. Now we can get our headrest cover on. So we're going to press the button on the side, fold this forward. It's going to make it a little bit easier to work with. Just like with your front headrest, it does have a Velcro strap. Now, just like with your headrest brackets, this will fold around the release button on your headrest. Make sure you get this all the way down. We'll get our strap in. Now, our bench side of our rear seat is essentially going to be the same thing as the other side, just bigger. So what we're going to do is get this. We're going to fold our seat up to make things a little bit easier. Now, there's not cross straps on this one. Just going to essentially get it into place, and we'll get up in here and get our straps all on. We'll get this kind of started. We're going to bring our seat down just like the other one. We have these straps, have to go through the back side. You want to make sure your seat belt buckle comes through the middle. Fold these back, lift your seat up again. We'll start with these just to kind of center our seat. Put these in place. For this one, these straps are going to wrap around to the side. We have clips that are back here. And we'll clip these on those side straps. Essentially, now that we have our seat centered, we're going to undo this outer strap, bring this through. So, same thing for this one. It's clipped in. These are kind of doubling our side tension and front to rear, and we'll do the same thing for the other outer strap. All right, so now once again, for our seat back, we're going to need to remove our headrest. Same process as all the other ones. Take both of these out. We're going to grab our seat back cover. So now we're going to get this behind our seat belt. And what we're going to do first, as before, just hooked over the edge. Make sure your side straps are accessible. The thing we're going to do right now, get these wrapped around our headrest mounts. And all you got to do is kind of push them in the first corner, work them around like so. Now, these do have Velcro on the back. Same thing over here. Okay. Now we have a clip in the middle that needs to go behind the seat. So we're going to get it positioned, lean our seat forward, bring that up. That'll hook nicely right in the middle section here that's kind of open. And what we're going to do is get our bottoms in with these retainers. Make sure our clips on the side are accessible. Gonna hook that one in just to hold it in place. Now we'll get our side straps in. Now, just as before, we're gonna take our razor knife We've got our first clip in position, so we're just gonna cut away a small opening. Just makes it a more secure fit. We'll mark it where we need to cut it. And we can do the same thing on the other side. All right, so once you have your seat back fully in position, you can reinstall your headrest and install your headrest covers the same as all the other ones. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our premium artificial leather front and rear seat covers in all black for your 15 to 20 F-150 SuperCrew with bucket seats. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.